3 stories tonight. All real, all from the kind of people who do the thing and then tell the internet about it. We're starting with the one that made me put my coffee down. I'm a twin, but my family treated me like a burden. My brother got all the attention, all the gifts. I was just an afterthought. They kicked me out at 18 with a bag of clothes and told me to leave. I was ready to go, I already knew how they felt. No regrets. Years later, I met my wife and built a life with her. We had 2 beautiful kids. But then my mom called, telling me my dad passed away. She wanted me to come to the funeral. My wife thinks I should go, but she doesn't understand what it's like to be neglected and abused by your own family. I'm not a better person because of them. I'm a better person in spite of them. They probably want something from me, access to my kids or money. I've had these thoughts before. They're not worth it. My wife's family is great to my kids, partner, they're not missing out on anything. Long beat. 3 weeks earlier, in a different city, a different person was about to make a much worse mistake. Mark's hands are shaking at 2:14 a.m. when he hits send on the email that destroys his career. 6 months earlier, Mark had no idea any of this would happen. Mark's wife, Sarah, is a petite 27-year-old who has been married to him for 6 years. She had a rough upbringing and has always felt like she needs Mark's protection. At her cousin's wedding, she met Bobby, a 30-year-old man who would later assault her. She was disoriented and didn't see it coming at all. She tried to brush it off as a mistake, but deep down she knew what happened. Mark noticed something was up with her and asked what happened, but Sarah couldn't bring herself to tell him the truth. In an hour, she'd discover the real reason he'd been disappearing on Tuesdays, his secret life as a private investigator. Honestly, this is just like that time I got into trouble with my brother. I would have called the cops if it were me. Sarah knows she has to tell Mark the truth, but she's scared of losing him and his protection. She remembers what comment or two said, that Bobby is a predator who will hurt someone else if left unchecked. Sarah decides to take action and report the assault, knowing it's not just about her, but about protecting others from Bobby's harm. As she walks into the police station with Mark by her side, she knows that this is just the beginning of a long journey towards healing and justice. That was one story. This next one is a separate person entirely, and somehow it gets worse. Mark's hands are shaking at 2:14 a.m. when he hits send on the email that destroys his relationship with his stepmother. 6 months earlier, Mark had no idea any of this would happen when he decided to switch from weekly to monthly rent payments. Mark's aunt suggested switching to a monthly payment plan, but his father went ballistic over the change. When Mark tried to explain himself, his stepmother said he was being inconsiderate for making food after work. Honestly, Mark's stepmother was enabling his father's controlling behavior by dismissing Mark's concerns. Mark's father banned him from cooking again, and this time it wasn't just about food, it was about control. Mark's stepmother said he was being disrespectful, but Mark knew the truth, he was just trying to survive. When Mark tried to talk to his stepmother about his past, she said life wasn't supposed to be convenient for him, but Mark knew that was a lie. Mark's father claimed he never complained about cooking, but Mark had receipts and witnesses to prove otherwise. Mark realized that his family was driving him crazy, not just because of their behavior, but because he didn't have any other options. Mark's aunt offered to help him move in with her, and Mark knew it was time to leave his toxic family behind.